with Stranger Things, I saw the funniest thing on my way down here. She had like lip filler, and it was like how she's ruined her face,
Millie
and
Bobby
ruined
Brown.
the character. Yeah. In the comment section, it was like, so what if Eleven needs a cheeky little 1 mil to fight Vecna? And I was like, damn straight.
11 isn't 11, right? She's Millie Bobby Brown.
Yes.
She started that show when she was 11, 10 years ago. She's now 21. She's married. She has a kid. And you know what? If that's what she wants to do with her life, let the girl live. People that have been in your life previously, they know a previous version of you, and I feel like sometimes they just can't let that go. Do I have to make an announcement? Do I have to make it official? Like, what is it?
Well, that you've grown up.
Yeah. Isn't it funny how all the bullies from school end up like trying to be your bestie later on?
It is crazy.
That is a very strong indicator of potentially filtering out who should still be in your life or not.
Your vibe, your tribe.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Damn.
Hey guys, welcome back to The Hood. I'm your host, Wallis Day.
And I'm Francesca Allen, and I just got told that I'm wearing a Canadian suit. I've never heard that expression for double denim before, have you?
It looks like a boiler outfit. It's cool, I like it. I mean, it's different, but it's cool.
I love a little bit of double denim, I'm not going to lie, but I've never heard it being called a Canadian suit.
Wait, what does that mean? I don't even know.
I have no idea. As I was running down the corridor, Ruby just shouted out, I love the Canadian suit.
Ruby, we're going to need to know what that is.
I know. If any of you guys know, let us know in the comments exactly where the origin of that reference has come from.
Yeah, please. Well, you look amazing. It brings out the blue in your eyes.
You look gorgeous. You know I love a suit.
I know,
Ooh.
I know.
Mwah.
You know I do as well.
It looks so good. I'm absolutely loving it. Loving how you styled it. The gold hoots, the little croppy top, and some little kitten heels. You are looking very businessy, may I say.
Babe, I'm just trying to keep up with you. What can I say?
Yeah. You look like the CEO, and then I'm the social media manager.
Do you know what? It's really hard to get back into the swing of things over Christmas. And I know that, you know, Christmas was like weeks ago now, but like I do when I stop for a minute, I find it really hard to get back into the swing of stuff.
Definitely.
Like it was like you with your social media when you were like, you went to record something, you were like, what am I doing?
Yeah, honestly, it does take a minute. It feels like your brain just goes into a different universe.
Dimension.
Yeah, 100%. My head's like blah, 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 blah. I don't know if it's all like the sugar and all the treats and stuff that you've enjoyed over that time, maybe. Need a detox, perhaps.
Yeah.
But no, definitely. I mean, it does take a minute. But like, how did you find being back at home, you know, seeing friends? I mean, I definitely saw a few old faces over the seasons because obviously you go back and visit family and stuff like that in the lead up to Christmas.
Yeah.
And how was that for you?
It's a weird time, isn't it? Because it kind of feels like the world stops.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know if you get this, Fran, but sometimes when I go back, you know, and I see familiar faces from school or whatever, I almost revert back to like a previous version of myself. I don't know if that's just me. It's like I have no idea where my current version even goes, but is that just me?
How old do you feel, babes, when you go home? 15, 16?
Yeah, no, literally. I think because I left home at like 15, 16, I don't know what it is, but like even my relationship with my brother, right? It's like we get on so well in London and like we get on well when we're in LA together or whatever country we're in together. But like when we go back over the Christmas period or like when we're under our parents' roof again, we bicker and we fight.
Really?
Yeah, and I want to, he's like my little annoying younger brother again. And I don't know why. I don't know what it is because it's like he's the same person and I'm the same person. But I think we just kind of like regress into, you know, the versions of ourselves that we last were when we, you know, were living with our parents. It's weird.
Maybe it's because you're in a safe space. Like it's actually scientifically a thing. They say if someone acts like a bit of a child around you and becomes like very needy or does like baby voice and stuff like that, it's a sense of like, they can go back to like a younger self where they're, you know, more vulnerable. So that might be maybe why you guys have reverted back into your more vulnerable teenage selves.
That's really interesting because I definitely do baby voices at home sometimes.
Do you?
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm just like a little baby again. Like I forget how to do my laundry and I'm a bit like,
What's the
I'm a bit
dishwasher?
useless. Yeah.
I'm hungry, help.
Yeah. What do I do? I'm hungry. No, yeah, I don't know what it is, but I will say what I do find very strange is when I see or bump into people from, let's just say my old life, right? But
Yeah.
it's like a previous season of my life because I do feel like, people that have been in your life previously, they know a previous version of you. And I feel like sometimes they just can't let that go.
Mm.
And it's weird because it's like they almost expect you to still be the same person that you were 10 years ago. But like, I know how much I've changed and evolved and grown as a person. So like, I almost hate that people still kind of see me as like a 21-year-old that like had different values or like a different outlook on life. And like, do I have to make an announcement? Do I have to make it official?
What, that you've grown up?
Yeah.
I will not be doing that. I'm ageless, timeless.
What, growing up?
Yeah, babe. I'm ageless, timeless, and I'm not announcing shit. No, but I definitely get what you mean. I think sometimes as well when you go back, or like if you've done something or achieved something, done something different, especially after I did a TV show, people were kind of like taking the mick. Like I went into a pub not long after obviously, why is everything I do going into a pub? Honestly, this is my reference for everything. I went into a pub.
I'm saying nothing.
It's not a problem, I swear. I saw some people that I used to like like back then in like school time, whatever, but we didn't really speak anyway. And they were like, what, you're too famous to talk to us now? And I was just thinking, fucking hell, like what?
Yeah.
Like, why are you shouting that out in a public space in front of a load of people when I'm just having like a conversation? And besides, you don't even really know me that well for me to come up and start, hugging and kissing you like we're best mates. Like, nah.
I will say that there are definitely some people who just never get over their school years. Like, they're still like mentally like in their school years.
Yeah.
And I have the same, I had someone like really try and embarrass me over like some like dumb shit that I did at school, which I mean, I think is fucking hilarious. But they like said it to almost try and embarrass me. But like, I don't think they realized that, the healing and the inner work I've done, like I actually just like I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
And like they were kind of taken back from my reaction of kind of just like, yeah, it being funny. But like it's almost like they just have a previous version of you in their minds that they just cannot update.
Yeah, for sure. But also that comes from a place where they're still in their previous self, clearly. Clearly they haven't grown up. They haven't done the work. You're still trying to be that like bully from school and you're still trying to like mug me off.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Isn't it funny how all the bullies from school end up like trying to be your bestie later on?
It is crazy. It is actually crazy how that happens.
Yeah. I went to 11 different schools and
11?
11.
Girl.
That's a story for another episode. But I went to 11 different schools, which means I had 11 different groups of friends growing up. And I will say it's astonishing the number of like people that used to be quite mean to me in school that in my later years then ended up being like, oh my God, hey girl, like we always knew you would do this and da-da-da and be successful or whatever. And I'm just like, no, you didn't. In fact, you would have done everything you could have done to stop me being successful.
Damn straight.
So no, you don't get this new version.
Yeah, it is crazy how that happens actually. Because I'd be like, people would talk to me and I think, God, you never would speak to me back in the day. What's so different now? But then again, I guess people mature and they change and I'm all for that. Do what you got to do.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
If you've been enjoying this episode so far, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss the next one.
It is annoying though when I do feel like people would reference like back to you when you were like 21. I will say though, I don't think it's exclusive to friendships. So like, for example, I had management from when I was a teenager up until my late 20s. And it doesn't matter how old I was. And my agent was like 10 years older than me, right? So, he was in his 20s when we started working together. But like, it doesn't matter that I was then his age when we started working together and he was, again, 10 years older. He would still speak to me like I was a teenager. And like, it didn't matter how much I would try and like shake it off or like, approach him from like an adult POV. Like, I just felt like he was always slightly condescending to me. And I just hated it because like, at 28, I would feel like, we were on like a very similar page as adults and we could, approach a conversation or have a meeting, at the same level. But like, it never felt like that. And it was so annoying to have to like try and fight that. And, we would have friction and I just felt like we would butt heads and like we could never quite communicate properly because I had grown up, you know?
And that's not a healthy work environment to be in either, where you're feeling like you're being spoken down to or still looked at like a child. I mean,
Mm,
people have conflict with their parents as well because they cannot let go of this vision of
mm,
their child being a baby.
mm-hmm,
Like my
mm-hmm.
mum still calls me the baby. Like she still is like, oh, I
Oh,
just can't get over it because you're my baby. So
yeah.
sometimes I'm like,
Because you're the
mum.
youngest.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
mum. Like she does it sometimes, like especially I don't know, like certain things, and I just think, all right, stop faffing around me. Like I am capable and grown now.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
it's also sweet. You have to look at it from both ways. Like, yes, it
Mm,
can come across a bit condescending, a bit irritating and stuff, but it
mm,
can come from like a place of love and the
mm,
fact that they just still see you as like this cute, sweet little
mm,
teenager. You was a little
mm.
shit by the sounds of it, 11 schools though.
Do you know what's so funny is I wasn't a little shit when I was like 10 or 11. So it like makes me think of like these child stars that have grown up in the limelight, right?
Yeah.
Let's just say like Millie Bobby Brown or like Miley Cyrus.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like they have had to evolve in front of like the world as such.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, I was kind of a little shit in my like later teenage years. And it's like to imagine that being done in front of the world and like the scrutiny of like, you
Yeah.
know, the public or the press, the media, whatever it is, it's like that scares the shit out of me. And I do actually really feel so sorry for like people that did have to grow up in the public eye.
Yeah, for
Because it's
sure.
like their audience just cannot accept that they're adults now.
I know. It is crazy. I mean, a lot of these people have to do such drastic things to
Mm.
shock and like change people's minds, but also that's a way of adolescence. Like sometimes you do act out and do like cut all your hair off or
Mm.
like do some mad outfits, mad things like
Mm.
Miley, twerker,
Yeah.
top tier twerker.
Yeah. Oh
But
yeah, she had to start twerking,
she
didn't
had to
she?
start
like
twerking.
to throw off the Hannah Montana.
Hannah Montana would never.
Yeah.
But listen, she stuck to her guns and she rebranded and she grew and now she's like something else different. Like we all
Mm.
grow up, we all have these things, but the fact that people can't let go of it or let someone grow up is crazy.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes it can be harder for actors because you're playing a character, right? And you're always going to be like this character.
Mm.
And to be fair, with Stranger Things, I fucking saw the funniest thing on my way down here. It was like saying that she had like lip filler, and it was like how she's ruined her
Who,
face
Millie
and
Bobby
ruined the
Brown?
character. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then in the comment section, it was like, so what if 11 needs a cheeky little 1 mil to fight Vecna? And I was like, damn straight. Give her the confidence. If a little bit of cheeky little 1 mil is gonna like make her feel good about herself to fight it,
Yeah.
fighting looking like a baddie, then why the fuck not? But I hadn't even
Yeah.
noticed.
Oh, you watched the season, you hadn't noticed.
I hadn't even noticed, but I don't think I really pick up on things like that because I can differentiate.
Differentiate.
I'm really trying to use big words and I just need to fucking cut it out, really.
Differentiate, babes. You've got this.
Differentiate.
Don't worry. I can't say fireable, babe.
D-I-S-C-O. Yeah, so I feel like I know that this person isn't a real person. Actually, one of the other actresses, have you been watching the new season of it?
I actually haven't. I need to catch up.
So there's a bully in there.
Yeah.
And she's actually ended up completely coming off social media because of how much hate she was getting about her character. Because people couldn't see that this person is not this character. She's not actually a school bully. Everyone relax.
That was the same with Joffrey, the guy who played Joffrey from Game of Thrones.
Oh, really?
I think he quit acting for years. In fact, I think he's only just started to come back round and started acting again because people just could not differentiate him from his character. And I think, you know, he was getting abused, like even publicly, like IRL, not just online.
Yeah.
But, you know, for me, it's a sign of like an amazing actress.
I was about to say.
Or an actor.
Imagine being that fucking good.
Yeah. Do you just want to say in Nando's once, I got harassed. So yeah, for my character in Hollyoaks.
No way.
Yeah, exactly. They said, you're a bitch, Holly. And I was like, you know what? Thank you. That means I've done my job well.
Well, there's a string to you being a bitch.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much.
You played that so well.
Don't know how well I played that. But yes, I agree with you. It's like, 11 isn't 11, right? She's Millie Bobby Brown.
Yes.
She started that show when she was 11, 10 years ago. She's now 21. She's married. She has a kid. And you know what? If that's what she wants to do with her life, let the girl live. When I was 21, there was nothing else on this world that I didn't know. I was convinced I was an adult.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I think that they're, especially like young child actors, they grow up so differently
Yeah.
compared to, especially on that kind of scale. This is like a worldwide program that people love.
Yeah.
And I just think you probably do grow up super fast because you're like not doing what everyone else is doing.
Well, number one, you're with adults all the time, right?
Yes.
You're on a set. Like, that's an adult environment. All your other friends your age, they're all in classrooms.
Yeah.
So, you know, if
And-
you're around these adults, you are kind of forced to grow up quick.
Yeah.
But yeah, what I will say is, like, I do feel like a lot of people are getting sick for, you know, changing their faces, especially actors. But it's quite funny because nowadays it's almost become so normalized for people to have like these tweakments.
Yes.
So like I kind of understand where an audience comes from when they say, look, an actor like should be able to use their facial muscles and should be able to express, and like, yes, they are our tools, of course, right? But now it kind of does reflect real life because,
Yeah.
you know, a lot of girls in their 20s, 30s plus actually have had tweakments done.
Yeah.
So it's almost like, unless you're doing like a period drama, it almost just kind of match up now.
11 really be like living in the real world.
Yeah. But even in terms about having a baby, right? Everyone was like, she's so young. And like, they adopted, right?
That's so beautiful.
It's amazing. So it's like they must have gone through not only the thought process, but like the process of adoption and learning, and like they obviously got approved. It's like that's a whole process. They've been approved for a reason. Like that was a well thought out process. And it's like, just leave them alone. Like let her be an adult now.
But that's your choice. Like some people are mums a lot younger than that as well. Like,
yeah,
when we had Charlie on, she was like a young mother, and she just said, you know what, I felt ready. I felt so grown up. I was ready to do it. And she's so happy she did. So everyone's different.
It's so funny because I was actually with Charlie last night, and she's actually living her best life at the moment.
Oh, I love her.
Yeah, and it's great. And she's working, she's filming, she's doing a play, she's doing amazing, right?
Yeah.
And her kids are like, they're not like grown up, but like they're grown up enough to like kind of for them to have a bit of independence away from her. So it's almost like she's done it the other way around, where like now that she's grown and she knows who she is and she's in her mid-30s, like she actually can like really kind of focus like on her career and like other things now. So I just feel like societal pressures just need to fuck off, and we should just do what we feel comfortable with.
There's no right or wrong. There's no textbooks to this. It's all just choices and whatever feels right for you.
100%. Yeah. When I think of like Miley Cyrus and like her having to do that whole rebrand, and I get it,
crazy
because Hannah Montana is like such a global character. How do you shake that off? But like, I mean, she physically shook it off, right, with the twerking and shaving her head, which, you know, can't say I haven't done. Like, I get it, but it is just crazy how, you know, you almost need to shock someone or like shock the public just to like shake a previous image or version of yourself off.
But sometimes it can actually go a bit wrong, can't it? Like, as in, I think sometimes the pressure, like you say, the societal pressures and what you should be doing and shouldn't be doing and being picked apart so much, you could go like, you know, Justin Bieber, Britney Spears. Like, some people actually have like breakdowns, and it's so public. And it's such a shame that no one really gives that privacy there. I think Britney was probably like the worst one.
I agree. And there's also like no support really in the creative industry. It's like, how do you measure that? And also, how do you even relate to people? Because it is, even if, let's just say like the One Direction boys, right? They're in a band, and it's like, yeah, you can kind of relate to your band members, but like you can't relate to anyone else. And actually, if we're going to take them as an example, right, let's just take like Zayn leaving. He said that he left for mental health reasons. And it's like so many of the fandom and like the public was so angry that he had like broken up this band and like they like really had at him. And like, you know, I can imagine obviously that's not an easy decision to make. And it just made me feel like so bad to even think that someone can be going through, you know, those life changes and like the obstacles that life naturally brings us, and like suddenly have the weight of the world and like the pressure as well, not just to be able to like take care of yourself and actually have a break, you know, from being a boy band member or whatever it could be. And like being able to like work on yourself and like grow into an adult.
Yeah.
You know, like it's too much.
Yeah, and it often makes you think, like, why does growth make people feel so uncomfortable? And the fact that you have to actually make a comment about it.
Yeah, like I'm not about to shrink myself to make you feel more comfortable. You know, honestly, Fran, sometimes I just feel like it's almost a projection from people, because I feel like when other people grow around you, it forces you to kind of almost take a look at your own life and like your own goals or milestones or ambitions, you know? So I do often feel like it is a bit of self-projection. And I feel like the environments that you're in and the people that you're surrounded with really set the tone of like, you know, being able to grow and evolve and feeling comfortable with it.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a scary feeling like you're actually being left behind.
Yeah.
But then I think we can go back to like Zayn leaving and stuff. That was the best thing for him. And he made some really good music and people loved what he was doing individually, and vice versa for like the other boys as well.
Yeah.
So it just takes one person to be strong enough to make a decision and then improve on their life goals.
100%. It's almost like he pioneered the way for like someone like Harry Styles or like Niall to like then come and have like a career of their own.
Exactly.
And I do feel like with change does come conflict, but I also feel like that is a very strong indicator of potentially filtering out who should still be in your life or not.
Definitely.
You know?
Your vibe, your tribe. You know?
And teamwork makes the dream work.
Damn.
All right. Well, on that note, I love growing with you and I love growing this show with you.
I love growing with you. Forever. We'll be inspiring one another.
Oh, I feel like we have been through a lot of different seasons of our lives together.
Yeah.
And I do feel like when you get through like seasons with someone and like you both get through that season, it indicates like a long-term friendship.
100%.
And that's what we got, babes.
Let's keep this going, baby.
Yeah.
Season 1 million.
yeah. Season 1 million. The hood is still hooding.
Forever and ever.
All right. Well, do you guys feel like you've outgrown a previous version of yourself? Do you feel like the people around you can kind of like hold you back sometimes with like an ideology that they might have on you? And how have you dealt with that? Do you cut them out? Do you keep growing regardless? Or do you shrink yourself? Let us know. We'd love to hear from you guys. This has been Girls Next Door Show. I've been your host, Wallis Day.
And I've been your host, Francesca Allen. And definitely let us know in the comments down below and share this with a friend or anyone else that you think can learn from this perhaps, or someone that you want to make a hint that they need to, you know, buck up their ideas.
Yeah, hint, hint.
Hint, hint.
It's okay to evolve into a newer version of yourself.
Growth is always going to be a positive thing, and we're here for it in the neighborhood. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to follow us on all our socials at Girls Next Door Show.